Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
Here's the mistake that Todd Blanche made. He's thinking the jury is going to be affected by this. I disagree with anybody who says they'll be affected, with all due respect. There are 2 attorneys on that jury, and those 2 attorneys probably haven't done criminal, maybe, but they know that you cannot mention that a person will go to prison if you find them guilty.
What a shock that Donald Trump's lawyer is also a slimy cheater and tried to do a slimy cheating maneuver in the middle of his closing argument yesterday, right?
Yeah.
The judge said, you're an experienced lawyer. You know you can't do this.
The only
right?
time a jury has anything to do with sentencing is usually just death penalty cases.
Right.
And that's it.
Right. Yes, New York Justice Dewan Merchan instructed a jury to ignore part of Trump's lawyer's closing remarks in his hush. The problem that he knows is they already heard it.
Right.
Right.
It's hard to put the genie back in the bottle.
Yes.
Yeah, it's oh my God, are you really going to put a former, maybe future president in jail? Right. And it's like, oh my God, so improper.
Yes.
He chastised Attorney Blanche, it is time to go. This is the moment I have waited for my entire life.
You're getting a lot of mileage out of that one line from the...
One line in one play.
From Edinburgh.
In 1980.
Was that Edinburgh?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris,
They were
for
in Scotland
remembering
for you?
my stage triumphs. That was my role as the nurse in A Streetcar Named Desire at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
What was fringe about that?
I don't know.
It's not a very
You weren't
French
good
play.
enough to be on the main stage. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've always been fringe. What do you think doing a radio show in your basement is? I'm still fringe.
Streetcar Named Desire is about as mainstream as you can get. That's not fringe.
No, not even close.
It was our desperate strive for
Okay.
legitimacy. Okay. Anyway, he chastised Todd Blanche for suggesting the jury would be responsible for sending a man to prison. I think that is outrageous, Mr. Blanche. The judge said, someone who has been a prosecutor as long as you should know it's hard for me to imagine how that was accidental in any way. Of course it wasn't.
Of course not.
He said to the jury directly after lunch, that comment is improper. You must disregard it. Slimy cheaters.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Not to mention Jenna Ellis.
Oh, poor
bye-bye.
baby.
Bye-bye, Jenna.
Aww.
And that's only one state she
Yeah,
lost
it's
her
only
law
Colorado.
license.
She hasn't...
Blanche gets what's coming for you.
Yeah.
After it's time to
She
go.
doesn't practice law that much in Colorado, so it's not like a
Oh my
big
God.
thing.
Well, she's not. What happens then? Like in Arizona, she's going to get. I mean, oh my God, so much criming. I love the forced apologies. I was a baby. I was just a baby. I was a baby lawyer. The other big lawyers told me I didn't. Oh please.
He went to the
It's
problem
like Frangela says. At what age do white people grow up?
Right.
At what age do they actually become adults?
72.
She's a full-grown adult. I was just a baby lawyer. I didn't know.
She went to law school.
Yeah, if you've gone through law school,
That's
you're
a
not
lot
a
of-
baby.
No,
Please.
that
She
takes
knows-
years.
She knows they were lying. It's like, oh, I
Right.
failed to do my due diligence and fact check.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well, then you should be disbarred
Blah, blah.
Yes.
because you're a S-wordy lawyer.
Oh, my.
Well, she's suspended. She's not disbarred.
She
For
should
3 years.
be.
For 3 years, she's been suspended thus far.
Well,
Just
that's
in Colorado,
quite a
where she
blow
doesn't
to the
practice.
blow to your legal options in Colorado, isn't it? People are like, darn. Who am I going to get for that pedal boat accident I had on the bay in Denver?
Was she the QVC lawyer or was she the parking lot lawyer?
I forget.
We can't remember.
Okay. Or no,
No,
wait a
no,
minute.
no,
No,
she's not.
she was the one who Rudy farted on.
Yes.
Okay.
that's-
COVID, not
that's
just farted.
that, yeah.
COVID,
COVID
farted.
farted.
Yeah, he COVID farted on her.
Yeah.
And she thought that was going to be her worst day ever.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Not when you're Trump's lawyer. Okay. Lots of Chris. What do you call it? Andrew Weissman. Excuse me, making a lot of great points. I mean, obviously most of the legal experts agree. The what do you call it? Prosecution was fantastic, and the defense. I guess you have to give them something to go. As I've always said, they have a ridiculous defense, and they're defending a ridiculous client who's making them do ridiculous things. So, I guess that's all you're left with is lying and cheating, just like he did. But Andrew Weissman said, Steinglass, Trump uses lies Cohen told to Congress on Trump's behalf to say you cannot believe him. That's what some may call, Steinglass says, chutzpah.
Okay. With a ha.
With a che and a che. Exactly. Emphasis on Yeah, Katie Fang says Steinglass. We didn't choose Michael Cohen as a witness. We didn't pick him up at the witness store. The defendant chose Michael Cohen. He was his fixer. Thank you, Andrew Weissman. Steinglass makes the excellent logical point. You can't argue that Cohen stole money and then also claim the $420,000 was just the payment of a legal fee retainer. It's one or the other. If the $420,000 is just legal fees, then no part of it is theft of a reimbursement payment. Thank you. None of the defense makes any sense.
No.
And they were saying the fact that they had these huge PowerPoints with the stuff up there, the wire to Stormy Daniels on the Trump stationery. You're like, wait, this is the defense putting the stuff up there that
Not a
pretty
good-
much proves.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wondered if I saw that. Okay. Kim tweets, my fantasy, the jury retreats to deliberate. After a couple of minutes of awkward silence, someone says he's guilty of sin, right? And with that, everyone laughs and they're all chill and on the same page. I know some expert had said I don't know, they do some computation for every week of testimony that it would be 4 days of deliberations, which would put it past the weekend. But if they start
I don't
deliberating
think it's gonna
today,
take that
it could
long.
be by Friday. I mean, it could be.
I don't think it's going to take that long.
He
I don't-
could be a
Today.
convicted felon this week.
And I don't think you can follow any computation like that.
No.
Juries are going to do what juries are
Right.
going to do.
Right.
Juries are going to jury.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not going to follow any timeline.
Right.
No. And
I mean, during my jury, we all got in the room when we got the case, and we're like, okay, yeah, he's guilty. So we just had to decide how much to award, based
Right.
on the computations and the formulas that
yeah, it's
the judge
usually
gave
you'd get
us.
one vote initially. I was on a mock jury years
Yeah.
ago, and we voted once. We're like, yeah, he's guilty. And interestingly, that same case was a mock jury years earlier, and they found the guy not guilty, and it was the lawyers.
Oh.
It was all the same facts.
Okay.
The lawyers
What's a mock
matter.
jury? Do you all just for the defense
around and make fun
and
of
the
each other?
prosecutor go, oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yes, we
Oh,
mocked them.
really good.
We totally mocked them the whole time.
Do you mock both sides?
Uh-huh. No, it's interesting because
Oh, really good, defense lawyer.
it's totally
Do you
what
do
we
that?
did. It's totally what we did.
Actually, what is a mock jury? I forget. Why? What's the point of a mock jury? Is that when they practice to
Yeah.
have
Yes.
a real? Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And it was, we went to a law school. And
See,
Right.
that's why I wouldn't get chosen
law
even for a
students.
mock jury, because I would do that. I would do that C wording. What'd you think of that latest piece of evidence?
And they wouldn't choose you.
Right.
I mean,
I'm like, you asked for a mock juror, so I'm mocking. Mocking over here. Okay.
oh,
Where am I?
Hi.
Dino Badala, our legal lad.
yes.
Said Trump's lawyer argued today Michael Cohen is such a horrible, bad, awful person who, out of the goodness of his heart, paid Stormy Daniels $130,000 to protect Trump, but never told Trump about it in advance. Tough sell to a Manhattan jury. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think, as everybody has said, and Steinglass said, use your common sense.
Right.
Like, this is one of this trial that it feels like you don't even need to be a lawyer to just go, oh, come on, are you kidding me? Like, who believes this? I have a guess the quote for you. Who
Oh,
said,
really? Okay.
I think the defense overplayed its hand in a number of ways, including insisting that Donald Trump had no sexual encounter with Stormy Daniels. Boy, is that going to come back to bite them. Who said that?
Bud Court.
No,
Bud Court.
Glenn Kirshner. Glenn Kirshner. Our Glenn Kirshner.
I was just talking about him the other day. That's weird.
She only cares about my guesses.
The important thing is what Glenn said. I'm like a substitute teacher on my own show. I just get spitballs and mockery. I get a mock jury every morning. That's what I get. Ow! Stop spitting at me. Oh my God. Can I just say, okay.
Uh-oh.
I know Trump's going to be convicted this week, and that's really fun. Can we talk about this Alito story, though? 'Cause
Oh,
this is,
oh yeah.
Oh my
Can I
goodness.
just
Neighborhood intrigue.
say, what a C word. Okay.
She sounds like a piece
Mrs.
of work.
Alito,
She does,
super
doesn't
C
she?
wordy.
She's the worst.
Okay, Chris, we have a new mission. DC Sexy Liberal in January. We have to get the Alito's neighbors.
How?
Or at least the lady. Come on. Oh, my God.
Do they still live there?
No, they moved. It
That's
doesn't
what I
matter.
thought,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter.
They moved
Let's-
back to Virginia or something, yeah.
Okay.
Or wherever they were.
Oh, once again, slimy liars. What is the shocker? Again, so weird. People
Who
that
knew?
defend Trump tend to be, slimy liars. Okay. Story time.
Okay, here we go.
I don't know if we mentioned this yesterday, but it's gotten betterer and betterer.
Betterer?
So Samuel Alito's neighbors called the cops after ugly run-ins with the aforementioned C-wordy
Lady.
Mrs. Alito. Two former neighbors of Justice Alito and his wife, Martha Ann. Hi, I'm Martha Ann Alito. Hi.
Why does she have two names?
Because they all do. They said that contrary to the justice's claims, Martha Ann was the instigator of the ugly encounter in which one of the neighbors used the word runt. Okay.
It's your
Rhymes
favorite
with
word.
runt.
Right.
Exactly, like Rude said.
She seems of normal size and not like a runt. However, the other thing. Rosies. Times report begins. Oh, I love story time, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
The police in Fairfax County, Virginia. Oh, we'll check in with Carl Frisch on this tomorrow. Received an unusual phone call on February 15, 2021. A young couple claimed they were being harassed by the wife of a Supreme Court justice. Somebody in a position of authority needs to talk to her and make her stop.
What was she
making
doing?
The complaint. The officer on the line responded, "There's little police could do." They're like, "Yeah, you should see the other wacko wife. She tried to overturn the Capitol. She's fine. So whatever. What are we going to do about
Basically,
that?
there
Nothing."
was a verbal altercation, and you really can't do anything about
Right.
that.
The justice told Fox News his wife hoisted the flag in response to Ms. Baden's vulgar insult. A text message and the police call, corroborated by Fairfax County authorities, indicate, however, the name-calling took place on February 15th, weeks after the inverted flag was taken down. Oh, no. Well, that would be called perjury, wouldn't it, in a court of law?
Yes,
Not?
it would.
Those would be facts
Right.
One would
counter
think that
to your testimony?
one
That
would think that the Alito family would be familiar with legal terms like perjury.
Yeah, you
One
would
would
think.
think.
Unless one had, let's say, perjured themselves to get on the Supreme Court. They saying like they never overturned Roe or stuff like that. You know, just
Stare decisis.
I'm making stuff up. Ipso facto.
No post.
Yeah, sure. Baden says, Martha Ann, hi.
Martha Ann.
Call me
I
by
love-
my two names.
I love that. I love that there's spitting involved in this story because as you know, I'm a lady that likes to spit. I hike
Are
or
you?
bike. Oh yeah, I'm super spitty. Yeah. You know who I blame? Paula Poundstone. She used to have that bit about like when you're on the subway and there's that sign that says no spitting, and she goes, "I wasn't even thinking about it before I saw the sign, and now I really want to spit."
There are no signs on your hiking trail that say no spitting.
No, there isn't. But I'm just saying when I work out really hard, I tend to.
Like,
There's a lot of loogies
I don't
involved
do
in my
that at
hiking
all.
and biking. Really?
no.
Oh,
Uh-uh.
spitty. Okay, well, listen, I'm also C-wordy sometimes, so I'm trying to make bipartisan bond with
just like Martha Ann.
Ann.
You and Martha Ann.
Okay. She allegedly spit at the Baden's vehicle during another encounter.
Wow. She sounds classy.
She seems nice.
She's classy.
What started all of this? Why was there antagonism?
Oh, there was the flag.
Somebody that makes Ginny Thomas seem classy all of a sudden.
The neighbors had a Go Biden sign and then
Okay.
an F Trump
Oh, it's a
sign.
long
and
story.
It was just she got mad at that.
Baden says Martha Ann Alito appeared to be going for a walk when she approached the couple who were pulling in trash bins, as you do.
As one does.
That's a suburban thing to do.
Mrs. Alito addressed the pair by name, used an expletive, and called them fascists. The couple told the Times and said in texts at the time, so it was corroborated. Justice Alito remained silent, and then the Alitos began to walk away. The Times stated that Baden then snapped and used the C word. "I will fully cop to that," she said.
Because she was being C-wordy.
Well, because she, what do you call it? Started it first and called her a fascist, and they're just trying to bring their garbage cans in.
So all of this is over political signs?
Yes.
Okay. She does not remember her precise words, but recalls something like this: "How dare you behave this way?" The report says, "You've been harassing us over signs. You represent the highest court in the land. Shame on you." The Badens called the police after the run-ins had gone from uneasy to ugly in order to document the incidents in case things escalated further. This is fantastic. Okay.
Classy.
Wow. Yeah, with a C. With a different kind of C. Word. Okay.
You are invited to Stephanie Miller's Sexy Liberal Save the World Tour. It's the political comedy event of the year, and it's coming to a city near you. Join Stephanie Miller, the queen of progressive talk radio, along with Hal Sparks, John Fugelsang, and the comedy duo Frangela, mocking all the fascists and trolls for a tour that is hilarious, inspiring, and deeply offensive to just the right people. It's an all-new tour with all new guests and a side-splitting evening of stand-up. Stephanie Miller's Sexy Liberal Save the World Tour.